Oh, you don't? Okay, I am recording now.
All right. So, Stanley, we kind of went over the words at the beginning, but our first word that we're going to talk about is the word heap. Heap. So, our story gave us the sentence, Grandpa, Grandma, Granddaughter, Dog, Cat, and Mouse fell backward in a heap. So, using this sentence we got from our story, how would you define the word heap?
I don't know that means.
You don't know that word? That's okay. Let's try to figure it out together. I'll read this again. Grandpa, Grandma, Granddaughter, Dog, Cat, and Mouse fell backward in a heap. Do you remember the picture from the story? They were all together, weren't they?
Yeah.
So how can we define this word maybe using what we know?
I don't know what define means. Like, what does it mean?
Oh, it means, Miss Samantha, can you help out here?
Yes, so to define something, Stanley, basically means that we're going to write down what that word means.
Oh.
So like if we were to define cat, we would say this is a four-legged animal that has a long tail and purrs when happy.
Mm.
Okay, so we're going to define heap. Does that make more sense now?
Yes.
Okay, how might we define that?
That you fly backwards because they like flew backwards and then they made into a big pile, whatever you want to call it. It was like a big dust.
I agree with that. I would say that they were made into a big pile because they were all stacked on top of one another, weren't they?
Yes.
So how could we use the word heap in a new sentence? If we said that it's made into a big pile, how could we use heap in a different sentence? What are some things that would pile on top of one another?
When it was, I think it's fall or summer, when the leaves fall down of the trees.
Mm-hmm. So what could we say? The leaves
Fell down off the trees.
The leaves. And then how would we use heap in there? So we said the leaves fell down off the tree.
Into a heap.
Yeah, I like that sentence. The leaves fell down off the tree into a heap. All right, great job, Stanley. Let's go to our next word.
Our next word, Stanley, is going to be sprouted. And the sentence from the book that uses this is, in summer, turnip leaves sprouted. The turnip grew and grew. So based on this sentence and what we remember from the story, how might we define sprouted?
Like it spreads, like around.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? Tell me more.
Like grass when it's snowing and it goes back to just dirt. And when it's spring, it grows and then it spreads across the world.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I would agree. I think the grass is sprouting there. So what should we write down for the definition of sprouted?
In winter, the snow covers the grass, and then the grass spreads around the earth.
Should we write our sentence first? Is that what you're saying, Stanley?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me more. Let's use sprouted in a sentence about that grass.
Okay. The grass sprouted around the earth.
I think that's a great sentence, Stanley. And so whenever you say spread, I think that's a very good synonym for sprouted, which basically means they're like, they're two words that mean very similar things. So I think to define sprouted, we might be able to use spread in there, and maybe even bigger, right? Because we have to clip the grass too once it's spring. So how might we put those words together? When something sprouts, it does what?
It spreads across like everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when something sprouts, it spreads across and maybe gets bigger. Do you think that would fit? I think that's a great way to define sprouted.
I like that. All right. Stanley, our next word is budge. And the story said, Grandpa grabbed the leaves and pulled. The giant turnip didn't budge. So, using what we know about that word, what do you think? How can we describe the word budge?
Like, it won't move.
It won't move. I like that. It won't move. So, how can we use the word budge in a new sentence?
The nail in the wood won't budge.
The nail in the wood won't budge?
Yeah.
I like that one. All right.
Our next word is burst. The giant turnip budged, then it burst forth from the ground. So looking at the sentence and what we remember from the story, what might burst mean?
Like it flew.
Yeah, like it moved
Came
very
out.
fast or slow?
Fast. Or you could
Fast.
say came out.
It came out fast. Yeah. How might we use burst in a new sentence?
Could we use a story in real life that happened?
Yeah, we can use any sentence.
Thank you. The carrot budged out of the dirt.
Oh, we just did budge. This one's burst.
Oh, bust.
So the carrot burst
Of the dirt.
out of the dirt. I like that sentence.
All right,
Looks like we have
Stanley.
one more.
Yep, one more word. And the word is grabbed. And the sentence from the story is Grandma grabbed Grandpa and pulled. So what can we say our definition for grabbed would be?
Like, I grabbed the water bottle.
Ooh, I like that for the new sentence. I grabbed the water bottle. So how can we describe the word grabbed?
I got.
What else could we say? If you grab something, do you do it slowly or fast?
I'll say that fast.
Yeah. I think that's a great way to describe grabbed. You got something fast. So Stanley, those were some of the words that we learned for vocabulary from our story today. Do those words help you understand the story maybe a little bit better?
Yes.
Awesome job.